It is officially fall time, and to me that means comfort food. And there's nothing more comforting than a bowl of fresh pasta. Luckily, I know just the chef to help me out.
Drop the pasta.
That would be Brian Clevenger. He's the chef owner of 6 celebrated spots around Seattle, including Vendemmia, GH Pasta Co., and Haymaker. Today we're whipping up a light, fresh spaghetti with bacon, onion, and heirloom tomatoes.
So we have a half a red onion, right?
Right.
And we're just gonna slice it.
Do you have any good knife tricks? Because my knife skills, I would say, are a C+.
So C+ is borderline dangerous. The honest trick to good knife skills is the scary part, making sure you have a really sharp knife. The sharper the knife is, the least amount of force you have to put into cutting whatever you're gonna do. All right, let me take a look.
All right.
I gotta see where we're at here.
Here is like, they're just not uniform, right? So it's like...
That's good, that's fine. Yeah, that's completely fine.
Next, thinly slice 1 clove of garlic and set it aside.
Yeah, perfect.
Now we're gonna render our bacon over medium heat.
This is important with bacon. Bacon pancetta, cold pan. You start bacon always in cold, never in a hot pan.
Why?
You want the fat to render before it burns. And then once you start to see the rendered fat, and you'd say it's about 50% cooked, we'll add our onions. Spread it out. Add a little bit of salt, right? That'll stop it from caramelizing.
Once the onions are soft and translucent, it's time to add that garlic.
Once you start to see color on your garlic, you gotta remove your pan from heat, right? Because if you wait till the whole thing is golden brown, it's gonna burn in a second.
All right, so that is off the heat now.
Perfect, so I'd add a little bit of chili flake to it, then drop your pasta. And I don't season my water. I know people will be like, oh, whatever. No, we season our pasta. We don't season our water because we use that water as the base of our sauce. And if you're not careful, it can get really salty.
We're using Brian's house-made spaghetti. It's available for purchase at any of his restaurants. But any fresh store-bought spaghetti will work just fine. Now we're putting our pan back on the burner and adding 2 big spoonfuls of tomato sauce.
So once that cooks down, then we'll remove it from the heat, add pasta water to it.
Okay.
And the reason we want to remove it from the heat is anything that's on high heat with oil or fats and you introduce water, you could see fire. So if you remove from the heat, that won't happen.
Now we're adding our pasta. At this point, it's still undercooked, but that is fine. It will continue to cook with the sauce in the pan.
Oh, that looks great. So let's go like 4 more scoops of that water. So now let's get that back to a boil. And then you're gonna add just a little bit of butter, your herbs, some cheese.
Perfect, and now heirlooms?
Heirlooms, yep. And then again, really important, before you stir it, you're gonna put 1 more hot scoop of pasta water on top of it to help it melt, and then emulsify it all in there. It's interesting how much we use that water, right?
Right, I mean, it is maybe the most important ingredient, right?
Yeah, I mean, that is, and I've never been shy, but that is the secret to our pasta. It's that simple.
Just like that, it's time to plate. We're finishing this spaghetti with a little bit more black pepper and a generous amount of Reggiano.
Before I let you go, I'm gonna test the handiwork and let you know how this recipe is. Spoiler alert, it's gonna be good.
You made it.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I think it's the best plate of pasta I've ever cooked in my life.